Activision just commissioned us to transform Spyro into a giant fire-breathing dragon drone. It's to promote their new video game, Spyro Reignited Trilogy. We're gonna take this thing all over the United States, from New York all the way to LA. I gotta get these parts ordered, and Chad's gotta get working on the body.
So they want us to make 2 of these. One of them is gonna be fully 3D printed for the US tour, nice and durable. The second one is gonna be super realistic and like really textured and cool looking. So first, we're actually gonna start with the second Spyro. The second one's gonna be a lot more detailed and textured, so it's gonna take us more time. First things first is I have to take him from the 3-dimensional piece and cut him up into a bunch of small pieces where the 3D printers can print it, and then that'll make our undershell, and then we can put our foam skin on top of that for the texture. So now all the 3D prints are done, we get to glue all those together, and then we'll start sculpting clay over top of the 3D print. When that's all smoothed out and looks good, we'll put fiberglass over top of that to make a mold. So we can take the fiberglass off, take the clay out, put it all back together, and force foam in to where the clay was. And then close the mold up, and then put on where his eyes register, and then his eyebrows as well, and lock him down. And then when that sets, we'll put him inside the oven. Okay, so we're working with latex foam, and with this you have to mix it up really long, but you only have about 45 seconds after it's done mixing to get it into the mold, everything closed up, before it starts to turn into this like rubber band material. Even though that this stuff was pretty much at like pancake batter consistency, just after a couple seconds, this whole thing is pretty much a gigantic bouncy ball. Using this type of paint, it's actually like a rubber. It'll be able to stand the test of time. And the reason why we put it in the oven is actually to bake out the water inside of it. And then it becomes like a, well, like a bouncy ball. This is a big rubber band skin. We have the head now in the oven. That'll be baking for 10 to 13 hours. Now that we have that in the oven, there'll be a lot of other stuff we're working on while that's cooking, but we actually just got our drone parts in, so Matt, our drone expert, will be putting all that together and getting it ready for the deadline so we can test fly it before then.
So today's Wednesday.
Frame day!
Frame day. I have to get this together, test fly it, put it in the Dragon, everything by Friday, so wish me luck. This whole project is a custom build. I spec'd it out with some agricultural motors and an aerial photography platform to fit our needs. And I love doing this kind of thing because I get to build stuff that nobody's ever seen before.
So right now, actually, we have a bunch of different stuff in the process, so it's kind of pure mayhem. These are molds in process. Mariah is actually working on the horns. We're sculpting those. The tail's in the process as well. And then I'm doing all of the interior structure for everything going together. And also the drone is being tested and flown to make sure all the electronics are working correctly. Right now, everything's kind of crazy, but then it'll all click into place when we're all done with our own individual jobs.
All right, a little bit nervous. Hopefully it flies.
You can't tell on camera, but this drone is massive. Everything is scaled up, so it just looks like a drone when you see it on camera. But in person, I mean, this thing is massive.
All right, buddy, you ready?
Yeah, dude.
All right, dude, let's see what happens. A lot of time and effort been put into this thing. This is its first and ever maiden by good old Matt Nowakowski.
Yeah, buddy. Look at that, dude.
Whoa! Yeah!
Butter on a biscuit, dude.
Dude, crushed it, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. High five.
High fives all around.
Yeah.
Hopefully this head turned out really, really well, but we'll find out.
So what does it mean to break in a mold?
There's gonna be some super hard points to get foam to flow into, aka the eyebrows and the nose. They were really hard to get to fill when we put all the pieces together, so it's just knowing this before you make the run to make sure to know where to put extra. If you were to just rip it off, you would get the skin to rip, and then so much more time and effort would have to go into it, and other than just taking your time at the beginning and doing it right. That's what his skin's made out of. Okay, the skin turned out really well. The body's good, and the drone frame's ready. So now we need to figure out how to pull them all together and mount them in place so it looks all good when it flies.
I'm just trying to see where the CG is. Yeah, put the head on.
Yep. Now, granted, it doesn't have the tail,
Oh no, that'll be pretty good, dude.
and the tail's pretty light.
Challenge is we have these big 22,000 6S batteries. We have to figure out how to fit 2 of these inside the Dragon. We have the one down here underneath. It's got a perfect spot for it, but we're having trouble trying to figure out where this second battery goes. And we have to keep in mind center of gravity too, or the quadcopter is going to fly all weird. These batteries actually give off a magnetic interference.
So we can't put it on top of the flight controller because then it gets all funky.
Yep, so I think here, but like Chad was saying, we're going to have a hard time trying to get it in there.
We'll just have to figure out a door or some way to get it in there.
Yep.
How you feeling about it, man?
Feeling good, dude. Feeling good. It's coming together. It's sweet to see the Dragon on there because I haven't seen it with the Dragon yet.
Everything's coming together really well. It looks rough around the edges a little bit, but that's just because we haven't pulled the skin tight and glued it down yet.
High fives. High fives to you. Well done.
Yep.
Crushed it. Looks awesome, guys.
The face looks fantastic.
Now we get to go into the finishing stage. We actually hired Thingergy. They're a special effects studio that works on major Hollywood movies. Now I get to go make and breathe fire. Liquid butane, homemade tank, electronic solenoid valve to release said butane. Right now I do not have a auto igniter, so I still have to light it with a torch. But I should be able to fix that with a, almost like a grill lighter. 3, 2, 1. And the reason why I'm pulling from the bottom is now I want the actual liquid instead of just the gas. So, when I'm pulling just the gas off the top of it instead of the liquid, but when the liquid runs down to the bottom, in a sense, it gives me a dirty flame. And that's what I want. I want a dirtier flame so it'll show up yellow instead of blue.
Super excited. First day of the tour, we're going to light some stuff on fire. This is the maiden flight of this 3D printed version of Spyro. It's a little nerve-wracking. Hopefully everything goes smoothly.
Today is burn day for Spyro, so light fire on a lot. Did some work with the flame this morning and got the flame a little bit more robust, so now it shoots a little further.
I'm Spyro. I come in, I do my
It's about the
loop,
same size.
and then I'm like here.
Yep.
Then you get the shot, and then I can go this way.
Right? Yeah, let's do that. Hey Matt, we also have to watch the uneven ground here when landing.
Yep.
Dude, what you doing right now?
I'm flying a giant Spyro, dude, that spits flames.
Did you just put something on fire?
Dude,
Bro?
that's the nasty Nork. Yeah, I lit him on fire, dude. He's not coming back, man. I think I got like 500 gems for just burning that guy.
That's
so
awesome.
it was awesome.
Boom.
Pound it.
Way to go. All right, dude, we're gonna go burn some more stuff?
Yeah, dude, we're actually gonna go burn some sheep. So we got to go on tour across the country with Spyro. We flew around a castle, we raced a fan boat, we chased some sheep, and we even cooked some barbecue. If you want to see those videos, check out Spyro the Dragon on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Huge thanks to Activision. Make sure to check out that Spyro Ignited trilogy. This was a crazy experience. Stuff like this has never been done before. We're going to be doing more of this, so make sure you subscribe.
On batteries, big boy.